Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. Well, pretty much every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that is his methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on the feet.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic. We tune in for the speed. We tune in for the knowledge of the striking game, the ability to set traps, the ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponents. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight. All right, so here he is representing the American Kickboxing Academy, the inimitable Khabib Nurmagomedov, and this guy makes his way to the octagon, DC. You run out of time setting up everything he's accomplished, but he always puts that status as an undefeated fighter and UFC champion on the line. He will do so again here tonight.
The moment he walked in the AKA, you understood that there was something special about Nurmagomedov. He was a guy that was always listening. Although he spoke no English, he was always listening and paying attention to try to learn and how to improve himself. And the moment he stepped foot in the gym, he was just open to each and every lesson, and now it's showing over the course of his UFC career. He was undefeated going into the UFC, and he has only built on that and become a champion, one of the most well-rounded fighters in all of the UFC.
You know, your college wrestling teammates have told me when you showed up at Oklahoma State, you didn't speak English either.
No, I didn't. It was all Southern Creole accent. It was all, hey, my boy.
Right. Well, your English is now very proper, and so is Khabib's, and he's back on the proving ground here tonight, again, trying to prove himself as one of the pound-for-pound greatest fighters on this UFC roster.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 169 pounds. Fighting out of Tokyo, Japan, Pistol. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 29 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov!
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready? Are you ready?
Well, whether you're a boxer or a mixed martial artist, you want to compete at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, and dating to 2016, a lot of the UFC's best have gotten that opportunity.
Absolutely, J.A. And when you grow up as a fighter, especially a heavyweight, it is your dream to headline MSG and fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. I got that honor, and I can almost feel the ghost of Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, all those great fights those guys had at MSG. I felt as if on that night that I retained my championship, I became part of that fraternity. The greatest heavyweight fighters to ever step foot in Madison Square Garden. It was an honor and a pleasure, and it felt amazing to join that fraternity.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on them.
Back and forth we go. Oh, that's a nice strike there by Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, Khabib Nurmagomedov is not only a wrestler, he's a full-on mixed martial artist now, and it showed in that exchange.
Single collar tie now.
Grabbing the back of the head, pulling forward on the head, and then landing those beautiful punches. Really's got his opponent on noticing. Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Looking to land the right just out of range.
Great punch.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Unable to land with that punch. Timely defense there. Huge block for him. Nurmagomedov gets hit with a kick here. That one landed flush. Let's see if he can make some adjustments. Single collar tie here.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. Look at the control of the posture as he lands that knee.
Oh, collar tie. Judo throw. Let's see if he can capitalize and lock up a sub.
You got to try to find whether or not you're going to land ground and pound here or if you're going to go to submission.
All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. Nurmagomedov gets up and decides to take this fight back to the feet despite having a dominant position on the ground.
Nice kick.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Oh, look at him land another jab there. He's certainly using that weapon effectively here tonight.
The most effective weapon in all of boxing, in all of combat sports, is a jab. This young man has a knowledge of using it like no one else. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range. Yeah, he's mixing it all up.
Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game, his ability to stand and strike with anybody in the UFC.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Muay Thai plump. Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Beautifully placed there by Nurmagomedov. Massive head kick.
Every time these guys come together, man, you just hear the punches and everything landing. Both very powerful, very, very explosive.
And he landed the right hand there. 20 seconds to go in round one. Effective punch there by Nurmagomedov. All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Round two straight ahead. All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
All right, here we go as our next round gets underway. That was some serious precision striking on display in the previous round. Found his openings upstairs and closed the show.
He has landed at an alarming rate. His opponent needs to get his head off the center line. He's walking into him with his head straight up, not moving, trying to engage without changing the angles. That is why he is getting brutalized right now. Big leg kick lands.
Huge block there.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg
Back
kick.
and forth we go.
Fantastic timing.
All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out, or guys start to attack triangles.
He's got a serious right punch, and he went to it effectively there.
It is a money shot, and he will continue to throw it until he finds a knockout.
Oh, nice job to reverse position on the ground.
It was bad, but now it's not so bad. What a fantastic sweep. Oh, this is where you don't want to be, though.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Nice punch there by Nurmagomedov.
Big leg kick land.
Oh, and he gets tagged. Beautiful combination there, and I'm not sure how many more of those power shots he can take, honestly.
The night is almost over. If you keep getting hit with punches like this, you are going to sleep.
Not there.
Big kick land.
3 minutes now to go in round 2. Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round 2. Just misses with the straight right.
She's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Oh, and he caught the kick.
Ooh, what a punch.
And they separate.
Leg kick.
And a nice stiff jab there. Pushing forward now with strikes, and now he's able to secure the takedown. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Oh, nice job to get back up again. You don't want to hang out on the ground with this guy. Well done to catch the kick. We'll see what he can do with it. Nurmagomedov's attempt there is blocked by the opponent.
Oh!
Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off.
Nicely done as he gets the double leg takedown. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this?
Man, he is so sound defensively. Nice job to raise the guard there.
It's the relaxation that allows him to see things coming and block most of the strikes that are coming at him.
All right, so he connects with another punch there, kind of targeting that kind of thing.
I mean, when you get a cut on your opponent and you see it and it's poured blood, you continue to attack it. Every time you land, you can see that it splits it a little bit more. Great job finding that weakness and really taking advantage of it.
Oh, he continues to land a high number of strikes in this round. Really hasn't let up when it comes to his aggressiveness. Certainly have to be mindful that you don't gas out, but you gotta like the output on display here.
Can't take many of those, you better check.
Oh, some of the best kicks you'll see right there, live and in color.
Oh,
and the ankle pick to get him down. We'll see if he can capitalize.
got the ankle pick. Let's see how he advances from this position.
In a very close round, a takedown like that might be the difference.
All All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round. And get that man a singlet, man, right? Offensive wrestling on point tonight.
That was a tutorial. That was every single takedown you could secure in a fight. He did it all the right way. He's beating his opponent to the finish before he can try to sprawl and respond. He's a step behind. If he's going to stop these takedowns going forward, he needs to react a little quicker.
Well, he certainly had his way with his opponent in that previous round, and with this guy, even when you know what's coming, sometimes it's still just hard to stop him.
Yes, because he's always changing it up. The first time, it may be a high crotch injury. The second time, you may get single. Third time, it may be double. Ultimately, it always leads to him in the top position, trying to find space for his ground and pound.
Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. Trying to kick the leg out.
Right hand punch from the clinch. Left hand punch from the clinch.
Oh, and now he lands the knee. I'm not sure his opponent saw that coming.
He didn't see it coming because he does such a great job of just throwing. He doesn't have any tell when he's going to throw a knee.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Sound defensively here as he stays upright. Double leg takedown, no good. And they separate. Punch is blocked. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Well, they've made all the right reads here tonight, and there's another one. Beautiful read on the leg strike as he catches it and then returns fire with a punch of his own. So they have got the timing down here at this point of the fight.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks. Nice leg kick lands. Beautiful strike. Oh, nice right hand, John.
Oh, lands another beautiful strike to the body, really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the earlier rounds. Some nice back and forth action here. That shot blocked by Nurmagomedov. Well, I know Javier Mendez has said Khabib likes to go southpaw at times in training. Looks pretty good on the feet tonight.
He looks really good in the stand-up. That is a part of his game that's underappreciated. He's a very good striker, and as he gets more comfortable in the octagon, it will continue to show.
Just unable to quite find that range.
I mean, he's cutting them down the sides with these beautiful leg kicks. Look at him working and trying to shut the liver down.
All right, Muay Thai clinch. A lot of elbows and knees could be coming from here. We'll see how he chooses to attack.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous position, but an advantageous one for the offensive fighter. Watch for the defensive guy to try to break this immediately.
Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds. Takedown there by Nurmagomedov. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Lands with the ground and pound.
Oh, you gotta watch him attacking submissions. He throws the legs up to try to get a triangle choke here. There he is, he's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel, right? That's to his opponent. Win it. Oh, he might have got him with a choke. He got it, John.
How about it? Gets the win by submission. Beautifully executed there on the ground. things there on the ground. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That could hold up as one of the better subs of the year. Near perfect execution tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murmagomedov has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 57 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by tap out, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way